So you can just chill on this floor.
Your Honor.
Bold words, yes, ma'am.
He said, hold your horses.
Oh, now I can see somebody.
Let me keep this over here.
Hey, you're getting his good side. That's pretty good. All right, Mr. Schmidt, who are you ready on?
Joshua Ibarra.
Mr. Ibarra, sir, if you'll come forward. This is cause number CR 22-161, State of Texas versus Joshua Andrew Ibarra. Set for trial today, Mr. Schmidt, go ahead.
Judge, 1 second. Can we recall Mr. Ibarra? I'm having Miss Tabraham check on something for me.
Sure, absolutely.
Let's see.
Sir.
Roy Mitchell.
Roy Mitchell III, CR 25-23. Mr. Mitchell is set for pretrial today.
Judge, I'm going to ask for an additional pretrial setting. I need to talk with Mr. Hartwell on some issues. I don't need a lot of time. A short reset would be great.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. What you got either April 8th or April 10th be the next couple Tuesdays.
April 8th will be fine.
April 8th. Okay. Court recess Mr. Mitchell then for an additional pretrial April 8th at 1:30.
So I'm gonna get you back in here early. So yeah, instead of 30 days, so you only even that. Oh, so we'll try.
Yeah, it's value to appear starting from 122. From the value to compare.
Oh, right. So we do, we were back in. I have stroke. All right, come on, Mr. Ibarra. Everybody come on. We get you all in one time.
All right, Mr. Ibarra, we're back on record in cause number CR 22-161. Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
And Judge, I'm going to let the court know. I'm looking at my docket. I didn't see Mr. Ibarra on here. I'm sure I should have known. We're set for a pretrial. I think we arraigned him some time ago, and he's been brought back from Oklahoma. So I'd ask for a short additional pretrial setting for him as well.
You want that?
No objection.
You want that same April 8th?
I think that'll be fine, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hartwell. All right, court will set Mr. Ibarra for additional pretrial April 8th at 1:30.
Prior. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
All right, court call CR 15-322, State of Texas versus Keith Pryor. Motion to revoke. Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
Oh, yeah. Judge, we're not ready to proceed as of today. Need more time with the state, ask for an additional study.
All right, court will set Mr. Pryor on the motion to revoke docket April 29th.
Once I get some wings, I'll bring them to you. I ain't gonna just sit chat, you know. I like, you know, but we're busy. Right. Brandon Creel,
You say Brandon Creel,
yes, sir.
cause number CR 23-158 and CR 24-206, State of Texas versus Brandon Ashley Creel, arraignment on burglary of a habitation, and then motion to revoke on the aggravated assault deadly weapon. Go ahead.
Yeah. I've got a docket call on both of those, Judge. I'm fairly certain we had issues. Mr. Creel was, we arraigned him, I think, and then he was found incompetent. Then we got back on docket call. We got his competency status cleared up, I think about 60 days ago. I think,
You think we've already arraigned him on the burglary of habitation?
yes, sir, I think we do. I think we entered a plea of not guilty some time ago. Either way, today for that purpose, just to make sure the record's clear, we would waive reading and understands of charges and enter a plea of not guilty. From that perspective, we will ask for a pretrial setting, I suppose, on that. And I think when we come back in 30 days, we'll be ready to wrap up all his business.
Okay, court will set Mr. Creel then for a pretrial hearing on the burglary of a habitation cause. We'll set that for you want to come back on April 29th. I can put him on the revocation docket that day.
That'll be fine.
Okay, April 29th at 1:30, both causes.
We'll get everything. All in one touch. Appreciate it.
And for the record, court will enter Mr. Creel's plea of not guilty into the record, finds he's waived the formal requirements of arraignment.
For what's going to go, he's phone out. Okay.
Yeah, between us.
Oh, I got you. Well, that's a good break.
Yeah.
Joshua Gladwell.
Court calls CR 24-306, State of Texas versus Joshua Allen Gladwell for pretrial. Go ahead.
Guys, we don't have any contested pretrial motions on this particular case. We do have an agreement with the state preliminarily, that's contingent upon the results of an additional case that the state's reviewing. Got to get the final word on that, and if so, we'll be ready to resolve this when we come back.
You need a longer reset or a shorter reset?
I'm going to leave that in the hands of the state.
How much time do you think you need, Mr. Hartwell? I was looking at either April 8th, 15th. I was trying to avoid putting him on the revocation docket since he's not a revocation case.
Yes, Your Honor. We do have the case. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and really go through it. I think I probably can have a chance to go through it by the 8th, and have a chance to get with Mr. Schmidt to see if we're going to be able to go through with the agreement we've been discussing, or whether we're going to have to go back with to the drawing board. I think the 8th should give me a chance to go through it.
Well, do you want to put it on the 15th, and that gives you an extra week?
That's fine.
I wouldn't say no to that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Court sets Mr. Gladwell then for docket call on April 15th at 1:30.
Yeah. Mark Thomas.
Court call CR 25-17 and 18, State of Texas versus Mark Aaron Thomas for pretrial. Go ahead.
Judge, on those cases, we have no contested motions at this point. Ask for a docket call setting.
All right, and Mr. Schmidt, is 15th okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, court will set Mr. Thomas for docket call on April 15th at 1:30. Who did you say, Mr. Schmidt? I couldn't hear you.
This is Alicia Wilson.
All right, Elisa Milton Wilson,
Yes, sir.
cause number CR 25-60. I've got marked arraignment and plea on a DWI second. Is that correct?
Judge, we do have an information filed on DWI second. We're prepared to go forward with the plea. I believe we waived arraignment and indictment within the plea papers, but from that perspective, we do understand the charge's name is correct, and we're prepared to enter a plea of guilty to the DWI second.
What are the terms of is this a digital plea?
It is a digital plea, Judge. The terms are 70 days in the county jail. She's got credit for 70 days, court costs, and a $3,500 fine. Judge, I believe that's the DWI super fine, which we were going to ask the court to entertain waiving on behalf of Ms. Wilson. If we need to do that separately, we can. But other than that, the state has either rejected or 1245 all the rest of the cases that were pending against her. This is a totality for business.
Just a second. I better get connected to a hotspot here.
Drive me crazy.
All right, let's circle back on Ms. Wilson. I don't have the plea yet, not the paperwork, so let's have her have a seat and I'll call her back up here in just a moment.
Judge, that's all I have right this second. Work
Okay,
on some stuff.
okay, absolutely.
Your Honor, we should have Spanish interpretation at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll just plan on doing that one next. So we don't have any other attorneys except Mr. Schmidt, because we did Mr. White's cases earlier this morning. And then so just Mr. Platten, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and I'm gonna be looking for the plea papers, but they've not.
Yeah, I'm fixing to look in my Adobe also.
And I haven't seen Mr. Platt, he's not logged in. Good afternoon, Holly. Doing fine. How are you doing? Good to see you. All right, I think, Patty, can we get Mr. Vergara hooked up with the headphones and let Holly see if she can establish good communication before I call the case? Holly, the attorney is Eric Platten, Platten. He's going to be appearing via Zoom also.
Your Honor, she can hear. I mean, he can hear.
Excellent. All right. Let me bring Mr. Platten in, and then after that, Holly, I'll swear you. Patty, can you bring him closer to the camera so that Holly can see him? Or if he's on a laptop, or turn the laptop on, either way. Good Good afternoon, Mr. Platt. Can you see and hear me okay?
I can. Thank you for allowing me to appear like this.
Yes, sir.
What a
Yes.
our back a lot of miles.
Understand. All right, before we get started, Ms. Holly Beal is here from Office of Court Administration. She's going to be serving as our interpreter today. So we're going to go ahead and go on the record. This is cause number CR 24-40, State of Texas versus Humberto Luis Vergara. And Ms. Beal, as the licensed court interpreter, I'm going to ask that you raise your right hand and go ahead and state your name and your license number for the record. Ms. Beal, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will make a true translation of the statements of court, the questions of counsel, and the testimony to be given in the matter now on trial to the best of your skill and judgment, so help you God? All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Platten, Mr. Vergara is set for docket call today. Any announcements? Oh, you're on mute, Mr. Platten.
There we are. Your Honor, the state made an offer to me just before lunch. I had an opportunity to discuss with my client that offer, and I think before a next setting, we're going to know whether or not he's going to entertain that. I did not speak with Mr. Hartwell. I spoke with I think Mr. Hernandez just before this hearing. So we haven't had a whole lot of time to absorb this, but there's the possibility of this being worked out.
Okay. So you're requesting, how much time are you requesting to review the offer with your client?
I'd say those 30 days. And I could tell the court if we want to come in and do a plea, if it's going to work out like that.
Could we set it April 15th or April 17th? It's a little shy of 30 days, but it's about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Let me look at my calendar here. April, what?
15th or 17th?
17th. Yeah, I think the 15th is tax day, but I think we can make that work.
15th. Okay.
Yes, Judge. Again in the afternoon.
Yes, sir. It'd be in the afternoon.
Perfect. And if we're going to let something work out before then, would it just contact your court to see if there's a sooner time for a plea?
Yes, sir. You could do that, and I do have availability prior to that. That if we wanted to work something out, we could. Sounds
good, Your Honor.
All right, court will set Mr. Vergara then for final docket call on April 15th at 1:30. And on that day, I'll expect to hear either there's an agreement, a plea agreement that will be conducted that day, or Mr. Vergara can elect to have a jury trial or a bench trial.
Thank you, Judge.
And if you work it out before that, Mr. Platten, then just contact Ms. Taberham and we can set you sooner. And of course, we will make arrangements for Mr. Vergara to have the assistance of a court interpreter.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Vergara, do you have any questions of your attorney or the court before we conclude your hearing?
No, así está bien.
All right, very well. We'll see you back on April 15th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Platten.
Yep.
Ms. Bill, thank you very much for being here today. As always, very appreciative of your time and your service. Yes, ma'am. Next time.
Your Honor, I spoke with Stephanie, and she believes that Ms. Wilson's plea papers should have gone to you at 1:27, I believe she said.
1:27.
I believe that's what she said.
I don't have any emails. The last email I got from Ms. Abney was at 9:47. That was on Mr. Ross's plea papers. Checking both my focused inbox and my other. Matter of fact, that's the only email I've received today. Was the one from this morning.
So do you see it in the backup? She's sending it again. She said they've had some internet issues this afternoon,
Who did?
Miss Abney.
Oh, at the DA's office. I just got them now. Just came in.
Okay, and if you'll give us about 2 minutes, Mr. Smith's finishing up with the other one.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll give me a chance to review these.
Your Honor, we're ready when you are.
Ms. Wilson, come on up. All right, we are back on record in Cause number CR 25-60, State of Texas versus Elisa Milton Wilson. Ms. Wilson, if you'll raise your right hand, I'm gonna place you under oath. Ms. Wilson, do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Thank you, ma'am. Go lower your hand. Your name is Elisa Milton Wilson, is that correct?
yes, sir.
And Ms. Wilson, are you a United States citizen who reads, writes, and speaks English?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental condition?
Bipolar disorder, manic depression.
Okay. Are you currently on medication or treatment for that?
No, sir.
Do you feel like in any way that that mental health disorder is impeding your ability to understand what's going on in court today? No? Okay. And in this case, you are represented by your attorney, Mr. Richard Schmidt. Are you pleased with Mr. Schmidt and the work that he's done as your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about the plea agreement, this case, or anything else before we go forward?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Schmidt, do you believe Ms. Wilson to be competent today?
I do.
And you have explained to her her rights regarding this case and that she's entering into this agreement intentionally, knowingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Wilson, you are charged by information with a second degree misdemeanor offense, class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, a second offense, which does carry a range of punishment of up to a maximum 365 days in the county jail, and also a fine up to $4,000. I see that the plea agreement in your case is upon your plea of guilty, the punishment would be assessed at, you would be convicted of the offense, and the recommendation is for the punishment to be assessed at 70 days confinement in the county jail, for which you would receive 70 days of time already served. In addition, there is a fine of $3,500, and the state is agreeing to reject an unfiled case, which is an assault on a peace officer in DA number 2025-176. In addition to those financial obligations, you would also be required to pay court costs of $270 and reimbursement fees of $515. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement, Ms. Wilson?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. Schmidt.
Judge, she responded yes. I would tell the court that the fine is $3,500. 3,000 of that fine is the DWI super fine out of the Texas Transportation Code 709-001. I've spoke to Mr. Hartwell about that. From their perspective, it's a mandatory fine. I have made Ms. Wilson aware of that. I've also made her aware that I intended to request that this court waive that portion of the fine based on her indigency status, basically as of now and prior to being incarcerated. However, that being said, we can take that up when the court wishes to, but I just wanted to make you aware that I intended to request that portion be waived.
Does the law allow this court to waive statutorily imposed
Yes,
fines?
sir. Under the code, section B, or actually, excuse me, section C, it's 709-001 C states that if the court having jurisdiction over an offense that is the basis for a fine imposed under this section makes a finding that the person is indigent, the court shall waive all fines and costs imposed on the person under this section. So that would be the court's, well, I mean, if the court finds it's then the court shall waive that portion.
And Mr. Hartwell, do you have any objections to Ms. Wilson's request?
No objections, Your Honor.
And Mr. Schmidt, is the court able to waive the fine without waiving court costs and reimbursement fees?
Yes, sir. The statute specifically says the court shall waive all fines imposed under that section. So that particular waiver only applies to 709-001.
All right.
And that would be the super fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right, then, Ms. Wilson, understanding the plea agreement and the range of punishment, How do you plead to driving while intoxicated a second offense?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty to that crime because you are in fact guilty of committing that crime?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Wilson, has anybody threatened, forced, or pressured you to plead guilty to that crime?
No, sir.
All right, the court does accept the defendant's plea of guilt at this time. Mr. Schmidt, any objection to the evidence supporting the plea?
No objection.
All right, the evidence and the stipulation is admitted. The court takes judicial notice of the defendant's judicial confession. Anything further from the state?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further from the defense?
No, sir.
All right, court's going to review the evidence. All right, the court, having reviewed the evidence, finds there is sufficient evidence to convict Ms. Wilson of this offense. Court will follow the plea agreement today. Court hereby convicts the defendant of the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated, a second offense. The court assesses punishment at 70 days confinement in the Van Zandt County Jail. Court issues and awards credit to Ms. Wilson for 70 days time already served. The court orders her to pay court costs of $270, reimbursement fees of $515, and the court takes into consideration under section 1245 in the state and notes the state's agreement to reject DA 2025-176 assault on a peace officer. With regards to the fine, the court will grant Ms. Wilson's request to waive the state or the statutorily imposed fine of $3,500. However, the court will assess a general fine of $500. Mr. Schmidt.
Yes, sir. That's what that was. The 3,500 was the super fine plus a 500 fine. So I was just making sure we were clear on that. But yes, sir, that's exactly what he said. Sorry for interrupting.
It's okay, no problem. So what I will do is I guess I need to figure out how I can change the judgment to reflect that.
Your Honor, if being as it's a misdemeanor plea, if the court were to print off the plea and strike through, that might be the easiest, or my office can prepare a corrected judgment, whatever the court's pleasure is.
I'll just print and interlineate this time. I think that'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yes,
we have no objection to that.
All right. All right, Ms. Wilson, you are hereby remanded to the custody of the sheriff so he can carry out the terms and conditions of the sentence. Ms. Wilson, when you do get out of jail, it's important that you report to the Van Zandt County District Clerk's office in the courthouse so that you can set up a payment plan in which to discharge your fine, your reimbursement fee, and your court costs. Your failure to do that could result in the court issuing a warrant for your arrest for failure to pay fines and fees that I've imposed as a part of this criminal offense. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So once you get fingerprinted, once you get processed out, if you don't have enough time before 5 p.m., then tomorrow or the next day you need to get in here and set that up.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have anyone else?
Mr. Flores is plea. I believe we signed those electronically about 10 minutes ago. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Let me sign Ms. Wilson's here and then I'll look.
She has to sign here. She put her date of birth. Okay.
All right, if you want to go ahead and bring Mr. Flores up, I do have those papers. All right, this is cause number CR 20-211, State of Texas versus Stephen Flores. Mr. Flores, sir, if you'll raise your right hand, I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear that the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sir.
All right, thank you. Good lower your hand. Your name is Stephen Flores, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Flores, are you a United States citizen who reads,
Yes,
writes,
sir.
and speaks English? Well, let me finish. So for two reasons. One, you need to hear what I've got to say. And number two, my court reporter needs to write down what I say, and then they need to write down what you say, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're a United States citizen who reads, writes, and speaks English. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Flores, you are currently represented. Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental condition?
No, sir.
In this case, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. Richard Schmidt. Are you pleased with Mr. Schmidt and the work he's done as your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about your plea agreement or anything else?
No, sir.
Mr. Schmidt, do you believe Mr. Flores to be competent today?
I do.
And you've explained to him his rights regarding this case?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe that he is entering into this agreement intentionally, knowingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Flores, I see that you are charged by indictment with a third-degree felony offense of driving while intoxicated, third or more offense. That does carry a range of punishment of not less than 2 years in prison, up to a maximum of 10 years in prison, and a possible fine not to exceed $10,000. I see that there is a plea agreement in your case. It appears that upon your plea of guilty, the state is recommending that the court consider the evidence, convict you of the offense, assess your punishment at 8 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division, asking the court to assess a $5,000 fine, which is a $3,000 DWI traffic fine and a $100 EMS trauma fine. Is that correct? Let's see. Is that right? It says fines of 5,000, but then it says 3,100.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. So it would be a $1,900 general fine, $100 EMS trauma fine, and the $3,000 DPS fine.
Okay. There's also $60 of restitution, court costs of $290, and reimbursement fees $80. It appears the state is agreeing to abandon the enhancement paragraphs that they alleged in the indictment, and also they're agreeing to have the court dismiss a driving while license invalid. Mr. Flores, is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, then understanding those things, how do you plead to driving while intoxicated, third or more offense?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty to that crime because you are in fact guilty of committing that crime?
Yes, sir.
And has anyone threatened you, forced you, or pressured you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
All right, court does accept the defendant's plea of guilt at this time. Mr. Schmidt, any objection to the evidence supporting the plea?
No objection.
The evidence in the stipulation is admitted and the court takes judicial notice of the defendant's judicial confession. Anything further from the state?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything further from the defense?
No, sir.
All right, court is reviewing the evidence. All right, the court, having considered the evidence, finds enough evidence to convict the defendant of this offense. Or the state follows the plea agreement. Court convicts Stephen Flores of driving while intoxicated, third or more offense. Assesses punishment at 8 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Court assesses a $5,000 fine, restitution in the amount of $60, reimbursement fees in the amount of $80, court costs in the amount of $290. The court dismisses under section 1245, driving while license invalid, DA 2020-436. Court finds that the state has agreed to abandon the enhancement paragraphs alleged in the indictment as well. Court is awarding How many credit days is Mr. Flores entitled to?
We show 121 days for Miss Abney. We reviewed that and concur.
Court awards Mr. Flores 121 days credit towards his sentence for the time towards the sentence for his time spent in jail. Mr. Flores, you're going to be remanded to the custody of the sheriff so he can carry out the terms and conditions of the sentence. Once you are released from TDC, if you've not paid off your fines, court costs, and other fees, then you need to report to the courthouse so that you can get that taken care of. Okay. All right. Please step over with the deputy to be fingerprinted.
Okay. All station.
Yeah. Hey.
All right, so Ms. Tabergram, don't let me forget that we need to change the judgment on Ms.
Wilson to take the 3,000.
Yeah. So, all right, so I think that's going to conclude. You show anyone else there at the jail that we need to hear today?
No, sir.
All right, that's going to conclude our criminal docket today. Prior to adjourning, do want to tell Ms. Abney, I appreciate her working with us on the electronic pleas, and a good job on that. That's something that we're trying to get going. So just want to say thank you, Mr. Hartwell. Thank you, Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Schmidt, everyone who's working together on the digital pleas. We're still working out the kinks, but I think we're getting there.
Yes, Your Honor. And I'll be sure to pass along to Miss Abney.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. You gentlemen have a
Absolutely.
good day.
Thank you, sir. You too.
We're adjourned.
Thank you. Bye-bye.